Hey guys, how you doing? Ron Raymond here from the Raymond Report with your free MLB baseball previews and predictions today for Wednesday. It is September 6th. Hope you have yourself a good start to your wacky Wednesday. As always, don't forget, subscribe to our channel by tapping that notification bell in the top right-hand corner or hit the subscribe button below this video if you're using a mobile device. Today's podcast is brought to you by the Raymond Report. You can get the free Raymond Report Lite version right here at atsstats.com. All right, before we get to your computer picks, let's take a look at the favorites and underdogs, how they've reacted the last 3 days. And you can see here, the last 3 days, the favorites have won 27-14. And if you look here, that's good for 65% the last 3 days in Major League Baseball. 62.7% of those games went over the total, and when it came to the run line, well, the favorites have the edge right there at 55%. Folks, you can follow the SBI Sports Betting Index each and every day right here, atsstats.com. All right, let's get to game number one today on the slate. You got a game at PNC Park. 12:35 is the first pitch. You got the Brew Crew taking on the Pittsburgh Pirates. Now the Milwaukee Brewers going to send Freddie Peralta to the hill against Colin Shelby of the Bucks. And we do like Milwaukee to win here. 5.1 to 4.01, the over-under at 9.14. The final score yesterday, 7-3 for the Milwaukee Brewers. That game, I believe, I don't know if it went over the total. I think it was either 10 or 10.5, but you'll have to check your resources. But looking at the last 10 games for the Brew Crew, 6-4 straight up. Same thing for the Bucks, and I had the line listed at -142 on my value index. All right, let's go to game number two. You got the Twins taking on the Cleveland Guardians. Guardians losing 8-3 yesterday to Sonny Gray. Today, they're going to send Gavin Williams to the hill against Joe Ryan. The Twins, a 130 favorite. 8.5 is your total. ATS forecast system play. Going to go with the Twinkies in this one. 4.71 to 4.27. The over-under at 8.98. So we do like this game to fly over the total. The chance of winning on the percentage play favoring the Minnesota Twins, not by much. 47.4% chance of winning compared to 45.9% for the Guardians, who are now on a 3-game losing streak, while the last 4 games for Minnesota have gone over the total. Chicago Cubs winning big last night, 11-8 against the San Francisco Giants. Today they're going to send Jordan Wicks to the hill against Alex Wood of the San Francisco Giants. Got a big total in this one. 10.5 is the total. 150 is the line for Wicks and the Cubbies. I had them listed at -130. So today, Chicago Cubs overvalued against the Giants. First pitch today at Wrigley. Going to be a fun one with the Beecher Bums. 2:20 Eastern is the first pitch at Wrigley. Now San Francisco coming in on a 5-game losing streak. The Cubbies have won their last 3, and we're going to give the nod here to Chicago. 6.1 to 5.08, the over-under at 11.21. So we do like this one to go over the total, and with a total like this, I got a feeling the wind is blowing out today at Wrigley. Toronto Blue Jays winning 7-1 yesterday against the Athletics, and today they're going to send Hyun-Jin Ryu to the hill against JP Sears. We got the Blue Jays winning this one 4.94 to 3.95, the over-under landing on 8.89, so we do like it to go over the total. The Kogo's at 46%. Kogo stands for chance of game going over the total. Your Toronto Blue Jays are now on a 3-game win streak. Colorado taking on the Arizona Diamondbacks. The D-backs a -225 chalk. 9.5 is the total. I had Arizona listed at -159 on my value index, so be careful, buyer beware. They are overvalued today, the Arizona Diamondbacks. We're going to send Zach Davies to the hill against Chris Flexen for the Rockies. We'll see if he's going to flex today for Colorado's, whose last 2 games have gone under the total. And we're going to lean with Arizona, 5.8 to 3.86, the over-under at 9.66. And we're giving Arizona a 65.7% chance of winning today at Chase Field. Philadelphia taking on the San Diego Padres. The Padres winning big last night. 8-0 was the final. Today, Michael Wacha up against Zach Wheeler for the Phillies. Phillies a 120 chalk, and I do like Philly in this one. 4.2 to 3.9. The over-under at 8.14. And the Kogo pretty high at 60%. And again, Kogo stands for chance of game going over the total. Seattle Mariners taking on the Cincinnati Reds. Mariners on a 3-game slide right now. Cincinnati won their last 2. They won 7-6 yesterday. And today we're going to have Logan Gilbert up against Lyon Richardson for the Cincinnati Reds. And we're going to lean with Seattle to snap that 3-game losing streak. 5.9 to 5.04. The over-under at 10.99. Little Gretzky right there. And we're going to give Seattle a 52.5% chance of winning today against the Cincinnati Reds. LA Dodgers taking on the Miami Marlins. We're going to go with the Dodger Blue in this one, 5.01 to 3.77. You got Lance Lynn going up against JT Chartrois of the Miami Marlins. And we're going to give LA a 51.4% chance of winning, 70% of the Dodgers' last 10 games have gone over the total. I had them listed today at minus 139. Lance Lynn and company, 155 is your price tag. All right, you got the Boston Red Sox taking on the Tampa Bay Rays. The Rays winning 8-6 yesterday. And today, Tyler Glasnow going to go up against Nick Pivetta of the Boston Red Sox. 162 is the line. I had 160, so fair market value if you like the Rays. And I'm going to go with Tampa in this one. 4.4 to 3.75. The over-under at 8.22. So we do like it to go over the total. And we're going to give Tampa Bay a 57.1% chance of winning compared to only 39.3 for the Bo Sox, whose last 10 games, I've seen 90% of those games go over the total. Boston playing a lot of overs in the later part of August and early part of September. All right, New York Yankees now on a 4-game win streak. They're going to send Clark Schmidt to the hill today against Matt Manning of the Tigers, and New York a 165 favorite. I had them listed at minus 181, so undervalued today with the New York Yankees in the Bronx, and I'm going to go with New York in this one. 4.91 to 3.67, the over-under at 8.58, so we do like this game to go over the total. And looking at the Bombers' last 10 games, 3-7 to the under. All right, New York Mets taking on the Washington Nationals. The Mets, not the Nets. We'll get to the Nets next month. Minus 125 is the line on the New York Mets, and 10.5 is the total. We're going to lean with Jose Budo over John Adon for the Washington Nationals. 6.65, 4.36. The over-under at a very high 11.01, so we think this one could go over the total. Washington now on a 6-game slide, and their last 4 have gone over the total. Atlanta Brave, big chalk, so get that big tall glass of milk if you're going to wash down all that chalk today. Minus 300 is the line, 9 is the total, and we're going to lean with Atlanta. 5.9 to 2.2, the over-under at 8.25. Spencer Strider going for the chop shop, while Dakota Hudson going to toe the rubber for the Cardinals. Chicago White Sox taking on the Kansas City Royals. Big win last night for the Royals. Come from behind win at that. 7-6 was the final. Today, Jordan Lyles up against Touki Toussaint of the Chicago White Sox, and we're going to go with the Royals today at Kauffman Stadium. 5.1 to 4.6, the over-under landing on 9.79, so we do like this game to stay under the total. Chicago White Sox coming in on a 5-game losing streak. All right, the old Houston Oilers put 2 touchdowns last night, or the Texans of the newer generation of football fans. Yeah, Houston Astros actually won 14-1. They put a touchdown on Texas. Texas has been sliding over the last 30 days, but 4-6 in their last 10. Now today they're going to send Mad Max Scherzer to the hill against Justin Verlander. Man, this is an old school rivalry right here. Hey, taking you back to maybe the late 90s, early 2000s. Maybe not the late 90s, but probably the early 2000s. Justin Verlander up against Mad Max, and minus 115 is the line for Texas. That's maybe a home reputation line right there. And we're going to lean with the Rangers in this one. 4.5 to 4.3, the over-under at 8.93. So we do like this game to go over the total. Looking at the numbers, Texas' last 4 games have gone over. The Kogo, however, a very low 31% today at the Ram Report. And your final game of the evening, you got the Baltimore Orioles taking on the LA Angels. The Halos losing a tough one last night. 5-4 was the final. Today they're going to send the lefty Patrick Sandoval to the hill against Kyle Gibson. And Baltimore 135 favorite, and we had them listed at minus 149. So you're getting a discount today on the O's, and we're going to lean with Baltimore. 4.5 to 4.1, the over-under at 8.72. So we do like this game to go over the total. And don't look now, the Baltimore Orioles on a 4-game win streak, while the Halos on a 5-game slide. They're 2-8 in their last 10 games. All right, that's your baseball computer forecast today for a wacky Wednesday. It felt like a wacky show here today, but let's go to your stats and trends. And always remember, trends are your friends. They don't pay the rent. The under is 10-1 for the Brew Crew as an away team on a wacky Wednesday this season. That's good for 90%. Also, the Orioles 9-1 as an away team, coming off an American League West Division opponent this season, so that's pretty good right there if you like the Baltimore Orioles. If you like the Yankees, the New York Yankees are 15-2 when they're a home team, coming off a 4-game win streak the last 4 years. That's good for 88.2%. And let's see if we can leave you on a high note right here. The Guardians, they are 10-2 to the under as a home team, coming off a loss in Game 2 of a series this season. And folks, that's good for 83.3%. That is the 80% Club stats that you can get each and every day right here, atsstats.com. Come and check out the Nebraska-Colorado matchup. Also, the Lions-Kansas City It's Thursday Night Football this Thursday, and you can get all the Raymond Report, all your picks right here, ATSstats.com. Cheers.